Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and thank you all for subscribing to my YouTube and my Spotify channels. So yes, again I'm back with my another episode with my guest speaker. So we all are always interested to know about our future, right? Like what is going to happen, like how am I going to be in my in my coming years. So we even follow the daily predictions or the weekly predictions. So we are very attracted towards all these predictions, let it be for a career or business or relationships or any other issues. So like there are many ways in which people predict our future, right? Some people, they can just see your face and tell your situation that you're going through, see your hand and tell your predictions, or even like your horoscopes and all the movement of the planets. And now like the new generations, we have the tarot cards, or even some people, they judge our handwriting and tell what is going to happen in our future. So there are so many ways and methods to predict our future or what has also happened in our past. So to believe or not to believe all these is in our hands. But yeah, there's always a hint or a new perspective that we get from all these predictions, which we can use to shape our future. Because what I believe is that you should not just listen to all these, and if suppose there is something which is negative or which you feel that is depressing for you, you should not entirely put yourself into this and just leave your future into others' hands, or leave just your future thinking that anyways something negative or something bad is going to happen in my future. So you should also believe in your own talent, your hard work, your manifestations and your dedications towards what you want to achieve, which will obviously give you success. So yes, today my guest is going to tell us in detail about all these things. She is Mrs.Bhooma Kumar from Chennai, and she is an ex-IT employee, but now who has taken interest in tarot card reading and has read for almost 500 plus clients with an experience of 4 years. She is also a Reiki healer and also deals with law of attraction and crystals. And friends, not just this, but she's also a Montessori teacher who conducts several workshops for kids and the ways and methods of Montessori teaching. So let's just quickly get into the conversations with our guest today and know how tarot cards tell our stories by the symbols on these 78 cards, and how are they related to energies, and also what exactly is Reiki and how it helps people to heal their issues or the health problems that they have. So hi Mrs.Bhooma, welcome to my channel.
Hi Ashrita, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much
much
for taking out time for this interview. So
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. So I would just first want to know what attracted you or what inspired you to get into this direction. Like what inspired you to do this tarot card reading?
Yeah, sure. So basically my grandfather is an astrologer. He's also a farmer. So when I used to go to his house during my childhood days, I used to really feel fascinated about how he reads to his clients and all that. And he used to even predict for me, like, how much mark will I get in this exam and how my future will be. So I was at that time, say during my 7th grade or 8th grade, I used to feel very fascinated about all these esoteric things. So later, that just carried away, and then I got graduated. So during my college days, I used to feel, okay, this is something that tarot is really the one thing which inspired me a lot. So we used to go to internet center during those times, right? So
yeah.
Whenever I visit, the first thing I go and type in the Internet Explorer is what is tarot reading. So that is how my interest started growing up. I learned the basic about tarot reading during that time, and even during that time, say 2010 or 2012, there were specific websites to pull cards for you, card for the day, a card for the particular situation, all those things. I used to play them as games. So and then I graduated and I entered into IT field, got married, so and again when I got a break again during the COVID season, this is where when my life puts me into deep introspection, because I started facing failure after failure. My life took a 360 degree.
Okay.
So I wanted to find basically answers for many things, because what I had a plan in my life, and my life was taking me into other direction. So continuously I was facing back-to-back failure in my personal life and as well as my career life. So I wanted to know answers for them from deep down my heart. So when I thought about astrology, the first thing that took my mind is tarot reading. Yeah, I did go to a few astrologers, but I was not really. I wouldn't say I was not satisfied. I did not get the answer that I needed. So that's how I started going to tarot readers, and I actually got a very beautiful answers from them. Then I saw transformation in my life by the guidance they gave me or the answers they gave me. So this is how the strong-rooted belief system started growing up, and I wanted to learn tarot. And I reached out several people who read for me, and I learned from them. And I started, reading on my personal time also. I started reading them again and again. Initially I practiced with my family members, and I went forward, and there are several Facebook groups. I started giving free readings. This is how the journey actually started.
Wow. It's really very interesting, because actually even I've heard that people, when they get into something new, they first use it on themselves. Like even when we hear the scientists and all, if they invent something, they actually first test it on themselves. So I think even in this, that is what you did, like first knowing about yourself and then how it works.
Yes.
So once you started, getting deep into tarot card reading, what are those interesting things that you found out which you never knew before? Like even for us also, when we just know something on the upper layer, only when we go deep into it, we are like, there are some shocking revelations that come out.
Exactly.
So any such thing that you came to know?
So the first thing is, the very moment you reach a tarot reader, you should be actually destined to meet that person. That's what I believe.
Okay.
Because only if you are lucky enough to reach the proper person, you get the whatever necessary answer that you're expecting, or a solution you are requiring. So that's how it started for me, lucky. So the first person I went for tarot, I think I went to only 2 or 3 people initially. So those 2, it was like unbelievably true.
Okay.
Because when someone, they can predict your present, even the future. So that actually happened when they predicted my future and present correctly. My belief system started growing up very strong. And when I started learning, I used to pull cards on each and every day, like for how will my day go, or how is this particular, say, a business project for me, or something, a workshop, how will this go? I started getting guidance for myself after I have learned from my guru, so-called. So when it starts working for you in a proper way, because you're getting a positive card and positive thing happens, or a negative card and something not so good happens that day. So these are the few things that made me very much inspired with this tarot reading. And then I started reading for others in my family for their health issues or their financial problems. And everything came true. Even, people, initially I predicted a few marriages in my family. Even those things started happening. These are also very curious things.
Correct. So I just want to know a small detail. Like, as I mentioned, there are so many other ways to predict future, like palmistry, face reading. Some people do through, as I mentioned, through handwritings also they tell. So there's horoscopes and all, and now tarot. What is the major difference in all of, in all these?
There are 2 forms. One is related to mathematics, and other is completely energy related. So regarding mathematics or calculations, we go with astrology and some other divinations.
Yeah.
When it comes to energy reading, it is mostly like these cartomancies, usage of cards to predict the present and future and past. And palmistry is also, it is not energy reading. It is also related to some calculations or some lines they see from your hand. Right? So these are the two major divisions. And I would say both are equally good, actually. Because I also use astrological information when I'm talking to my clients. I get their date of birth, I get their zodiac signs, their rising sun, the rising moon, just to make sure I compare with what cards I get and if they are coinciding with each other. So this is how I take it forward. But equally, they are all good. Only thing, the base is you need to have belief system on them.
Correct. So yeah, that's what. If we believe, then I think everything seems to be positive for us.
But specifically with tarot reading, it is energy reading. And apart from energy reading, see, there are also notes. Because if I'm taking a particular card, there will be a manuscript, there will be a picturization. Every single detail of the picture will have a meaning.
Okay.
That's how you read it. But when you're picking a particular card and you're just not going to explain the card, you need to connect it with the energy of the client. This is where intuition comes forward.
Okay.
Because, for example, I'm reading to your friend. I might pick the same card, but I might pick the card and see the image. I might not. The image will have 1,000 details. I might not see the same detail for you and your friend.
Okay.
That's where the universal energy works. I might see the left hand for you and the right hand for your friend, and that's where the meaning and the intuition joins together and gives out a different.
Okay. So yes, this is what even I had in my mind. Like, if suppose two people pick the same card, how is that going to, tell about their future? So I think you cleared that doubt also. So yeah, it depends. So yes, now as you've mentioned that you deal with Reiki healing also, I just want to know, is it like having any connection with tarot card reading? Like, how you got into tarot card and also as well as Reiki? Like, are they parallel to each other?
Yeah, Reiki is also a form of energy healing. So, and there are many other energy healings also, sound healing, and many other forms that are getting evolved right now after, especially the 2020 COVID situation. So this is equally energy healing, Reiki. Why I entered Reiki is, I'm not a Reiki master, but I just learned level 1 for me, because most of the tarot readers who are into this, prediction. It is better especially the energy prediction, it is better we protect our energy. It's near like a meditation. Because only when we are in that blissful state or a peaceful mind, we will be able to predict accurately. So this is where Reiki helps me. Reiki is also a major healing tool. But for me, I personally use it as a protective tool. Since it's an energy healing, because many people who come towards me, they deal with different life situations, immense, especially worse situations. That's why they reach out to an astral or a tarot reader to get the answers or to get the healing. Basically, most of the genuine tarot readers are healers. So healers, they doesn't need to be a doctor or a psychologist. Healers can also, your friends even can be healers, right? By the kind words they talk to you. So this is how it works out from many tarot readers. So that's why I wanted to actually put this forward first. So when you reach out to a tarot reader, if you're not getting a problem, don't, you're not supposed to blame them or, fight with them, because their words or their energy will subconsciously heal you. That's how most of my clients have told me. Whenever I come back and talk to you, I feel healed. I feel very calm. Why? Because we take up their energy. When we are listening to their story, we automatically take up their energy. So we have to somehow, cancel or give out that energy, right, to the universe. So that's where Reiki helps us, especially helps me to cleanse my energy, cleanse my aura. So this is how I entered Reiki. It became like a mandatory thing for me, because I started reading for my clients back to back. I feel end of the day I would feel exhausted. So to bring back my energy, to put me back into the center, I wanted some kind of modality. First I entered meditation, which didn't suit me that well. Then I entered, one of my clients, luckily she was a Reiki master. So she told me, you are doing an excellent job, Bhooma, but you should cleanse yourself, protect yourself when you're reading for so many people. Because when you believe the word karma, people come with different karma to you. So you need to protect and cleanse yourself. Then the Reiki master, she herself taught me level 1, and that's how the progress is going. It's almost 3-4 years now. Everything is going good.